Hey, good morning everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue here in Tampa, Florida. It is a Thursday moving cats day, so you guys are gonna see me on and off all day live on our Facebook. So please keep your eyes on our page because I know that not everyone gets notifications and they don't certainly get them when it first starts. So if you guys can be helpful by sharing, tagging each other, and just keeping your eyes on our page, because what we're doing right now is we are going to catch Illithia Serval. Afton already has her in lockout, and we're making some big changes starting today. Illithia is our first one. I will try to answer all of those burning questions that are going to pop up, because if you've ever been here on a tour, you've certainly never seen a serval in Outback, and that is where Illithia is going. The first of many. So you've got the...
Morning.
Good morning, Jordan.
Hello, everyone.
Jordan's our coordinator today. And we've got Illithia over here. She's probably sad now that she's actually used to Cyrus. Cyrus, we're going! I know. Chirpy boy! It's like, I heard the rattle, I'm out of here. He heard the rattle of the squeeze cage. But we are here for Miss Illithia anyway. You guys saw yesterday, I'm trying to straighten my camera here, just want to be straight today. If you guys saw yesterday, we moved Gilligan back out of the recovery hospital, and then we moved Beecher out, and he went to a brand new enclosure. I didn't check in yet this morning to see how Beecher and Diablo are getting along, but I'm sure perfectly great. She means business. You guys believe that she used to be a pet? Okay, honey.
That's alright.
You are the first lady on the block.
I know, I think we should move Hutch next because he'll be easy.
Yeah, he would go probably pretty easy.
Oh, hang on, baby. I got chick snacks for you. Oh, Illithia. Remember this last time?
Ooh, there's snack. Oh, baby.
Throw it in here. Are you looking? Illithia. Hey, babe.
I know.
Oh, can't hide under the tile now.
It's okay, babe.
That look good.
It's just for a new house.
We did really good last time. We just walked right in.
Are there too many people? She just didn't quite know if it was real. Follow that nose. There you go. She's using a stick to show her that there's a treat in there. Alright. Leafy is all loaded up.
She's hissing with it.
I love when they do that. She's really good at doing that. Nala does that to me a lot too. It's really funny. My favorite photo actually that I've ever gotten of Nala, because she doesn't really let me get near her, she had her hen, so like a huge hen hanging, like she was hissing with the hen in her mouth. It's hilarious. So goofy. Alright, she's loaded up. Are we doing like mowing and maintenance things in between? Okay.
All the crepe myrtles in there.
Ah, yes, okay. Alright, so we will be moving Jinx much later today, most likely, maybe even tomorrow. You never know how these things go. And he will be the next cat to come out for a month-long stay in Funcation. It's always so hard to maneuver 3 people and a cat in a squeeze cage in those lockouts, but, or safety entrances, I guess. It's not a lockout. Alright, so if you guys just joined, this is Illithia Serval. She's one of our youngest servals here. She had been previously owned as a pet. The HOA and her owners were realizing quickly that that was not a good idea, not a pet, should not have this as a pet. So they did bring her here, so we'll care for her for the rest of her life. Okay, princess. Go ahead, you're fine. You guys can pretend I don't exist. I just go with the flow.
Alright, you got my cart.
Cute little face.
And then you ride with Jordan.
Right. So we're all gonna go get on our carts, follow them out, and Illithia will be the very first serval to call Outback home. And the reason for this big change is actually, Carol's been making all of our cat move decisions lately. That's how Gilligan ended up where he was. They got an exemption to put him in an open air so that he'd be on Explore cameras. And then this decision was made because the servals here have almost always lived in the same enclosures. Very few of them have moved around, and if they have, they've kind of been just next door to where they've been before. This is going to be a really big change. Not only for the cats, but for the cleaners, because they are a small cat, and normally that is a green section. So it's now going to be a yellow section. And the goal was to give them a ton of new space. They're all gonna have views of the lake. They love watching birds and animals, and they're gonna have a ton of that. They're also one of the only small cats that typically really does enjoy water, and especially moving water. So not only are they going to enjoy looking at the water, but because they're moving into what has been previously to us tiger cages, they're all going to have pools. So that's going to be interesting. Maybe we can try some new types of floating enrichments and things like that to see how they feel about it. we are going out and about. This is the other way to get to the big vacation rotation, which will also be moving. We'll get Illithia all situated, and then the goal is to load Dutchess up and take her home, but because Priya has been living in her enclosure and pooping everywhere, you probably saw a bunch of keepers in there getting poop out earlier, they are going to bring her home and give her a few hours to settle in before we put in the big game prediction enrichment today. So that won't be happening as soon as she gets home, but it should be happening today. There's just a ton to do. So we got to get Dutchess home, get her enclosure cleaned up. Jasmine would be the next tiger going out to our 2.5 acre vacation. We've got to cut crepe myrtles and do a bunch of stuff out in Funcation before Jinx can move. So lots to watch on the Explore cameras today. BigCatCams.com. So I'm kind of excited because historically, female servals have never wanted to be my friend. Illithia is the one that I've had the best luck with. She gets the most playful with me and tends to come right over more often. I still get hisses, of course, she's a serval, but she's going to be the closest cat to me now in the sanctuary to where my office is, so that's kind of exciting. Because for quite a while now, I've had no one to walk outside and like stretch my legs and breathe fresh air with.
Do you want to go ahead and put her bowl in the thing and get her some water?
So while we're waiting and getting situated, this is going to be her new enclosure. So she's going to have this big platform that is going to be one of her lockouts. They've installed smaller, lower bowls for the cats that are moving to much bigger cages. She's going to have this massive den, which we filled with straw. She's going to love that.
So comfy.
So yes, there are huge toys in here, but I believe there's also small toys. There's a coolaroo. I know all the small cats a long time ago, you guys fundraised for them to get all coolaroos for small cats, and so hers is out there in the sun. It'll be perfect since she doesn't really lay on it, she lays under it anyway. It'll be a nice little umbrella. She's got that huge platform way down there, and then she's got this swimming pool here. So I'm already brainstorming floating enrichment for the cat, for all these servals coming out here with water. Cheryl really likes these ones.
We should be able to drink out of it.
I think it was like seagulls or something that floated in this pool. Yeah, yeah, we need all kinds of floating enrichment coming up. Much bigger safety gates to get them in and out of now.
Activities!
We could build her like a skyscraper and it'll fit in the cage now. That actually opens up a lot of like potential for enrichment. So historically, when I first started, Joseph Lion was in this enclosure, and then eventually it was some of the Texas Tigers and Amanda, and then Aria got access to it, but she was out here completely alone. She seems to be doing pretty well as far as having neighbors and
Yeah. So that's
oh yeah, that's a huge opening.
yes. Yes.
Jordan.
Like, oh, it's a little different setup. And then as
Cool. Okay, well, I'm overhearing that the cage next door is actually ready to go with some minor tweaks. So they're going to be adding the coolaroo, a smaller den. They're going to be adding in, again, like the smaller, lower water bowls. And then, boom, Illithia will have a neighbor. So she's not going to be out here alone for long. Plus the keepers are all going to want to come out here and see her. So I figured while we're waiting on Jordan with the clip gate, I will show you the rest of her enclosure. All the enrichment peeps that get together every Wednesday night get together in this building. So they're also going to be able to see Illithia. So that's really exciting. I don't know who her neighbor will be yet. I've heard Hutch, I've heard Zukari, but I really don't know. Another reason why they chose to move the servals is also historically, servals seem to be a little bit more likely to go into transport cages versus some of the bobcats. So I think the goal will actually be to spread the bobcats out and try to get as many of them as we can hooked up to the Funcation tunnels. So a lot of things happening. Like a lot of things. Yes, of course my Hoover love was also in this section. I believe all servals will be coming out, with the exception of potentially Servi and Des. Servi obviously is already on the lake and has water, so she's also our very oldest cat. And then Des, because, hi sweetheart, it's okay. It's alright. Other way. Woo, I'm a-going.
Okay.
I'm a-going.
Where am I? Where am I?
It's okay, sweetheart. I'm actually really excited she's the closest to my office now. She's the only female serval that'll give me the time of day. Everybody else just like straight hates me. She's gonna get so spoiled. She already has a palace. This is definitely the largest space that any of them are gonna have ever had other than when they've gone on Funcation. So this is now her permanent home enclosure. So she's gonna have so much to explore and figure out. She's gonna see so many birds. Deer down there. She's already hiding out under that platform down there. Very exciting. We will let her settle in. All of her signage will get moved at some point. It's gonna be musical cats for a while, so there's gonna be a lot of, I know, look at her. She's like, do I get access to that? I heard tigers swim out there. Look at her. Oh, really? Oh boy. That's only a little frightening. Aww. Yeah.
Maybe I hope that mama bunny doesn't have baby bear. She's silly.
Yeah. I don't really see them. I don't see it out here as much as I used to.
No, because we used to see it go back and forth here, but yeah, I didn't see it
either. Oh, she's checking it all out. Are we jumping right into Dutchess or? Yes. Okay, then I'll just stay live. All right, a twofer. All the Priya. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Oh, look, she's already on the platform. We see you. Good job, lady. She's rubbing all over it, too. Oh, good. It'll get the mats off of you. Get all those mats off. Now she's probably like, where's breakfast show up at? Where does the breakfast cart go? Good job, lady. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. she was a very good first choice to come out here. So yeah, so Hutch or any of the other Servals might be the next ones to move out, and they will each get two, I believe 2 sections. Oh, thanks. Are you waiting on me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then I started like daydreaming.
She's already on the platform, and she's literally rubbing her neck on the thing, and I was like, get all the mats, because she gets really matted, and I think she's starting to let Kat do it a little bit, but I'm like, yes, get it.
That wasn't hard to get on there.
Oh, I mean, you can. You can. All right, so heading over to Dutchess then. I'm just gonna stay live with you guys. This will be a 2-cat adventure. We're gonna take Dutchess home from vacation, but we've got some things we've got to do in between, and we want her to get all of her smells and all of her stinky faces and all of her exploring out of the way before we put in the big game enrichment, which we'll do later today. And that's because if you guys watched when we gave her the roller skate enrichment, we put her in vacation and she basically knocked it over and then just went off exploring. And we want her to really enjoy the moment of enrichment. So we're gonna let her get all the fun stuff of all the smells out of the way, and then we're going to give her that later. So just gonna see Dutchess move home. Since we're jumping right into it, it seems silly to shut this down and then try to bring it back. So we're just gonna continue on. All right, we're getting her shifted around where we need her. Figure out which door we're gonna bring her to. The transport cage is already out here. Hopefully we've got all of our supplies. Hi, honey. You gonna go home? She loved hanging out. I have so many pictures of her. She had 2.5 acres to lay in, and almost every day at some point in the afternoon I would like take my 20-minute walk that I try to do just to like not be sitting in front of a computer for 10 hours. And she would always just be laying in this lockout that we don't use, and I was like, seriously? 2.5 acres laying in your lockout, dreaming of snacks. Yes, no, that transport was completely scrubbed out. This one is the only one Dutchess has been in. We have 2 of these transports, in case we ever had one that was being used and we had an emergency. Ohio needs you today, Dutchess.
Oh yeah, that's where she's from.
Yep, you're from there, I'm from there. Let's Ohio girls, we got a pick to make today. Yeah, Dutchess was confiscated in Ohio and lived here for over 4 years as a witness protection cat. And then luckily, after litigation ended, we were awarded custody, and her 3, I don't know what you want to call them, they're not siblings, but they kind of are. They got to stay here, and it's been wonderful having them. I don't think there's been anything more special than the cats we've been able to bring in and witness protection in the last few years, Aria being the last one.
And be sure that that comes back with us and this exciting.
Mm-hmm. Like a dog going to the dog park. Only so much scarier. Yes. Hi, honey. You going home?
Hey, lady.
We're just going home. Yeah. Same old home, but you're gonna love it because it comes with enrichment later. And your neighbor that you are obsessed with.
Hi, lady.
So Jordan has to remove a safety pole and open a door, and she'll have to go around.
Dad's gonna walk through Colleen and she's gonna be like, smell this and smell that. What's this?
Yeah, shut this one. So you gotta get it over there. Oh, I didn't see that though.
I don't think it's going down on there
And so he just has to open this set of doors over here.
Hi, pretty girl. One more. This is the last one. Ready?
Run and then make a turn. Good job.
This way, babe.
There you go. Perfect lady. And we're on.
Very gentle.
Good job, lady. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Relax before my parade.
Show Priya how to do that.
Please. Should be able to unhook. Yeah. I just know the last time in the palmettos and swords and sticks was not fun. You can just pull it back a little bit. That's good. Oh boy. Okay. Push, push, push. Pull, pull, pull. And you start turn the wheels. That's the hard part.
There we go.
We have the steer ready.
So Jamie's gonna get it all locked back up. They are gonna get her pushed over here. We'll hook her up to Jamie's cart. And she'll be going back to Tiger Lake.
And you can just wait right here. And he will pull up to it. Thank you.
As I say, the clip gate I just didn't get, but
Here. This on my cart. Go ahead and load the red pole on the cart and I'll grab the clip gate.
what you think, honey? Easy there. We're rocking and rolling. You're okay. Hi, honey. Hi, babe. Mark's gonna be so happy you go home. You never wanted to do operant out here. Not very often, anyway. Not on his days. Yeah. It'd be good to see his operant girl again.
Sandy girl.
Captain, the guy from T-Mobile is at the front gate.
Well, we have a tiger in a cage, so or a transport.
Can someone let the T-Mobile guy in? Gail, are you meeting with him? Because we are moving cats.
No, he just needs to go down to the cell tower, take a couple of pictures, and then he'll leave.
Okay.
Okay, that's right. Hey, someone at Quick Check, can you let the T-Mobile guy in and take him to the cell tower, please?
Okay. I'm gonna walk back around and get my cart. So so we can have our Dutchess parade. So I will be shutting down this live after we get Dutchess home and settled. You can watch on all the Explore cameras today to see all the action as everybody does what we need to do in both Funcation and Vacation. And then we would be moving our next set of cats in a little while. Again, the plan is for Jasmine to come out to Vacation. I think we're gonna shift Kali all the way down so that Kali can be where Jasmine is. There's Jasmine as we speak, watching because she is the nosiest neighbor on the whole block. Kali may actually stay in this, and then we might be switching around some of our tigers too. So, like I said, changing it up for 2022. Enrichment for both the keepers and the cats. Everybody's routines is gonna get shaken up a little bit, but it's perfectly a-okay. I love this whole influx of all these really unique looking ducks. I don't know what they are. I should probably look that up. They're interesting because they stand in the tree the same way the ibis do, and I've never seen our mallards do that before, so it's pretty crazy. So I've been hinting around at all these moves for a while. I never like to tell you guys 100% that something's happening because we constantly change things around. We have to do what's best for the cats, so can have all these grand plans, but it may or may not actually happen. Your girl's going home. You can do operate again. Your girl's going home. Well, there's a Simba being like, what the heck? Careful, sir. Careful, buddy. Nosy neighbors. Yeah, Simba might be one of the shake-ups where he may move enclosures again, but he's so easygoing. He's happy wherever, so it's more or less trying to make everybody happy, so thankfully he's an easy one. If you guys tuned in late, we have been live for quite a while. A lot of things are changing, so if you want those updates, you can rewatch this at dailybigcat.com or right here on our Facebook page when this ends. I saw Carol post it this morning, and it's definitely been a pretty big issue across a lot of our social sites lately, is there's a lot of people that follow us on Facebook and they, you know, like our posts on Instagram or they like our videos on YouTube, but you're not actually following us, or you haven't actually officially liked our page, or you haven't subscribed on YouTube channels, dailybigcat.com or bigcattv.com. So if you can take a second today and really make sure that, you know, if you're supporting these cats, that you've got all of that officially done. Make sure you actually follow, like, and subscribe to all of our social sites, because especially when we do big events, we tend to shake it up. We do stuff over on YouTube, we do stuff on Instagram, we do stuff here on Facebook. So yay. All right, ladies, we're home. We're home. What a good girl. Alright, so we gotta do the same thing as before. Get all the doors open, unlocked, clip gates in place, roll her down there, ratchet strap her to the cage, let her out, and then we'll have to close it all back up. We'll have to go out and get the remnants of her roller skate out of Vacation. Right, darling? You are competing for best chef, aren't you? Yes, and moves. She's like, I heard Priya moves, I heard Kali chefs. I can do both. I do both. I do them all. And Priya is probably gonna sleep through this part. I don't see her anywhere. She's probably thankful to be back to way out there in the center where she just finds place to disappear for all day usually. That is her dam. Such a good girl. And I really, really appreciate anybody who has donated today. You know, we were talking about donations being down, and that might be contributed to so many of you guys sponsoring the cats each month, but also we really rely on the Facebook fundraisers and donations, so really appreciate when you guys share this and help us find new supporters and new donors and new sponsors. It's a brand new month. So you can sponsor any of these cats at bigcatrescue.biz, and you can become a sponsor to your favorite cat or all the cats or for sure Priya would at least come check it out, but we're deep into full belly after breakfast time, so yeah, she's It wasn't the tiger, it was the cage. They rolled the cage. So she's out there somewhere. And we are gonna let Dutchess just explore and enjoy being home. Yeah, enjoy being home. That door doesn't look like she's gonna be able to walk through.
Oh, you're so good. You're a very good girl.
It's like right at, looked low.
Very good girl.
We'll go live again specifically when she gets her big game enrichment in a little while. Let her simmer down and sleep a little and explore first.
Oh wait, get it as in?
When she goes out there.
Oh, okay.
Ready, lady?
Bless you.
Uh-oh. It's very heavy door.
Go that way.
Out this way, lady. Dutchess. See if we can lure her out here. Dutchess. 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 She's like, this is where Priya pooped. Priya loved pooping on that interior wall where none of us could get it with a scraper bowl. Dutchess. You moved your toys. Stinky. Dutchess. 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 Stinkies. Dutchess is home, and you guys can watch her at bigcatcams.com. Find Tiger Lake, and that operator will definitely want to be paying attention for the big game enrichment that'll happen in a little bit. She's gonna have a lot of stinky faces for the next couple of hours. She's gonna keep finding very specific smells too. Oh, gotta remark this. This was mine. This was mine originally. It's mine again. That's a big one, lady. Thank goodness she didn't unleash that on any of us while we were moving her. Girls back, so I will shut this down. I'll make sure I recharge everything. I'll try to see what the next part of the plan for today is going to be, because I don't know if we're going to jump right into moving Jasmine or not. I have not heard, so if that's the case, I will be going live again when we start that process. So I will see you guys again later. Look at that tail. Whoa! We're a zoom in. Attacking toys, zooming around. Now she's going in the den. So far, everybody's really enjoying moving day. Illithia was out and about like crazy. Keep some of that spirit for later. You got a big pick to make. Stinky. I don't want to shut it down until I know for sure she's not going to do anything else crazy. I think she's trying to cause a ruckus so that Priya will wake up and come see her. Alright, you guys can watch her at the Explore camera. I'll see you guys later.